According to NAMI, the National Association of Mental Illness, mental health conditions are common among teens and young adults. 50% of all lifetime illnesses develop by age 14 and 75% develop by age 25. Mental health is a person's condition with regard to their psychological and emotional well-being. My cousin from my mom's side deals with mental health from a young age, but we did not realize until a few months ago. So what are the chances that someone in your family deals with mental health without you knowing? Being able to explore more about this topic gave me a sense of awareness because after finding out research about mental health, it can cause problems in the future and it is better to start helping now before it's too late. Some may argue that mental health is not a big issue in young adults, but being able to inform the audience about mental health and how it does have an impact on youth can encourage more in the future. First, I'll talk about what is mental health, then I'll discuss how mental health affects young adults, and finally I'll look at some suggestions that can help improve your mental health. First, I'll discuss what is mental health. Mental health is a person's condition with regard to their psychological and emotional well-being. Mental health affects the way we think about how we process things on a day-to-day basis. It also helps decide how we deal with stress, relate to others, and making choices. Mental health is essential at each degree of life from formative years and formative years through adulthood. Although the terms are often used interchangeably, terrible mental health and mental infections aren't equal things. A person can experience poor mental health and not be diagnosed with a mental infection. Likewise, someone recognized with a mental contamination can revel in intervals of physical, mental, and social well-being. I have discussed what is mental health. Now I'll discuss how mental health affects young adults. How mental health affects young adults. As teenagers go through ranges of puberty, one may grow to be emotionally confused about distinct events. Teenagers revel in strain of gaining or preserving a brand new job, boom on schoolwork, and false impressions of parents. As the up and down lifestyles occur, some seem to mental health problems in which last longer than others. Mental health amongst children is an each stage issue. Within society of rules and norms, mental health problems with young adults bring about different reactions. According to Tara Bahampour, published by the Washington Post, it is found that in the past 10 to 12 years, the number of people reporting symptoms indicative of major depression jumped to 52% among 12 to 17-year-olds and 63% among 18 to 25-year-olds. The rate for both groups is now at 13.2%. Many young adults do not realize the danger they put themselves into when dealing with mental health. Some do not even realize they are dealing with a mental health, and many of them need help. I just explained how mental health affects young adults. Now I'll discuss some suggestions that can help you improve on your mental health. Having a solid mental fitness doesn't mean that you in no way go through bad instances or experience emotional problems. We undergo disappointments, loss, and change, and at the same time, as those are regular elements of life, they are able to still reason sadness, anxiety, and stress. But simply as physically healthy humans are higher able to get better from infection or injury, humans with sturdy mental health are higher able to get better from adversity, trauma, and stress. This ability is called resilience. People who are emotionally and mentally resilient have the equipment for coping with difficult conditions and retaining a splendid outlook. They live focused, flexible, and productive in bad times as well as good. The resilience also makes them much less afraid of latest reviews or an unsure future. Even after they don't, without delay, realize how a problem gets resolved, they will be hopeful that can be an answer. According to NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness, you have the power to improve your mental health, and it starts with one conversation. Being able to address the issue of mental health to young adults can help create change for the future. Now let's wrap this up. First, I talked about what is mental health, then I discussed how mental health affects young adults, and finally, I explained some suggestions to help improve your mental health. Some may argue that mental health is not a big issue in young adults, but being able to inform the audience about mental health and how it does have an impact on youth can increase more in the future. Even though many people say mental health is not a problem, it will affect our future and even how it affected now, because many receive it at a young age without even knowing. So what changes are you going to help bring today to help change those odds for the future? What change are you going to bring today? Thank you.